And hello, good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is where you are from right now. And welcome to my stream on this interestingly weathered Sunday afternoon. I don't know what the weather's like where you are. Right where we are right now, we're kind of going between beautiful sunshine and horrible clouds and thunder, and then back to beautiful sunshine again. So there might be a little bit of noise on this stream. Depends on what the weather does to us as we get going on. But I hope the weather's nice wherever you are and you're having a great Sunday. It's Mothering Sunday today here in the Netherlands. That means that I really have to be strict with myself, and I have like 1 hour before I need to get out and do family duties and go and say Happy Mothering Sunday to my in-laws. So let's see what we can get built today, and let's see who we've got in the chat room, because I see a few people talking to us. We have in our chat room, we have X12B like, all right, let's go, and so psyched that I managed to catch the show from the beginning for once. And yeah, it's awesome to have you here from the beginning. I'm so psyched because I actually managed to get myself together for the first time this morning, and I actually managed to get everything set up nice and relaxed this morning so they're all ready to go to make the most of this hour. And we have Jess. Hello, Jess. How are you doing on this Sunday afternoon? And more than that, we have Jess's mum. Hello there. How are you doing? Thanks so much for joining us here today. Right. Let's get on with the building, shall we? So I have everything laid out, ready to go this morning. The thing that we're going to start with, though, is stickers. Because in the last stream that I was building the ZR1, we came across the first sticker that we needed to do, but I didn't have any scissors. And I learned a fantastic trick for doing Lego stickers that I want to share with you. So let's get the stickers done first, shall we? I just need to double check which sticker it was that I need to do. And it's somewhere around here. Here we go. Number 9, and it has to go, if I get the model, on this brick here. Now, what I didn't realize until I saw it in a Reddit video is on all the Lego stickers, you have this outline on the outside of the stickers. And I just thought that was to make sure that everything gets printed correctly. But actually, these outlines, certainly for standard Lego, they match up with the size of the brick that you have to put it on. So in theory, if we cut this out to the right size, it should be much easier to lay on this brick here. Let's try it, shall we? Now, I'm going to take the brick off of the model. So we're going to do a little bit of deconstruction before we put it back together, because that just makes it a little easier for us. And let's see about getting these cut out. So we're going to do this sticker number 9, and we're going to go across each side very carefully. And I have got such shaky hands this morning that this is scaring me just a little bit. Let's see whether or not we can cut this out nice and neatly. So I'm cutting this correctly, because if I'm not cutting it correctly, it's going to look absolutely awful. Is the sound okay, by the way? Because I'm not on my head microphone today. I'm on this one here, and I know that when I move, it can really affect the sound in a bad way. If it's too bad, or if you hear too much noise from around the rooms outside of this one, let me know, and I'll switch to my other headphone. It's fine? Awesome. Thank you so much. So this microphone that I'm using was such a bargain. It was when I was building my streaming studio. There we go. So we've cut this out almost to the right size here. But yeah, for the microphone, when I was building my streaming studio, I got the head microphone. Thank you so much, Jessica. But whilst I was waiting for it to be delivered, I got kind of really impatient. and just wanted something. So I went and got an absolute dirt cheap microphone to plug into my amplifier and see what it sounded like. And I'm actually really impressed with it. I believe, yeah, this microphone here, let's get it in camera a little bit. I think I paid like 27 euros for the actual microphone. It's I'm really impressed with it for that price. So now, if we lay our sticker across our brick, you can see that it's kind of matches up a little bit with the flat area of the brick. So we can use this to try and lay it nice and neatly. To do that, what we're going to do is start to peel it off. Oh my word, you can see how much my hands are shaking today. I have an issue with shaking hands. Some days are worse than others, and it would appear that today is a bad day, which is great when I'm trying to do stickers. And then after you've peeled it back a little bit, you can line it up with the edge of the brick like so. And that's about right. And then we press the front. And then all we have to do is to peel it off this way and just slowly try and work it across. And if I've not done too bad a job, we should have one very nicely centered sticker. I always used to hate doing stickers in Lego. It's still not my favorite thing, but this at least makes it a little bit easier. So yeah, seriously, 27 euros. If you're in the Netherlands, and I believe I got it from Beck's Music, and it was an absolute impulse buy. I just wanted to try something and see what happened with it. And I'm over the moon with the sound, I've got to say. Whereas I will admit, it is plumbed into a DBX 286S. So there is an amount of processing going on behind the scenes, and then into a Scarlett 2i2 in order to get it into the laptop, which I think does help. But the sound quality, it's for the price, I really can't complain. Knowing that I've got a similar sound quality to your Yeti, I'm not going to bother spending money on upgrading it just yet. Right, let's put this one back where it was. Now we have our first sticker in place. Let's carry on with the build, shall we? Now I've got to remember where I was when I stopped 2 weeks ago. So we are, let's have a look. If we look at the front of this, we've got half the front end is on the car. So I think we're probably about 102. That looks fairly similar. Let's see what the next step is. No, because I've done this one as well. This is where we are, because the next step is building up the steering wheel. So let's get that built up now. Incidentally, you may notice that I am in absolute casual mode today. It's I got an eye infection a couple of weeks ago, so I can't do makeup yet, and it's absolutely driving me up the wall. But I also, my normal 50s style and 50s dresses that I really love wearing, I hate wearing them without makeup. So I'm just in complete casual mode today. Always Coca-Cola. Right, so what do we need to get started here? We need a red connecty bit, which I've got in front of me. And we need a kind of like a pair of binoculars that's a weird shape. Which box is that one going to be in? It's nice. I think the camera's actually got a better view of what's in each of my tubs than I do, because I'm looking at it from a completely different angle. So we need to put the red connector bit into here, and then we need to get a T-piece, which comes out of the same box. Yeah, so I cheated in getting it all set up this morning, by the way, because I thought, you've already seen me sort this set at least twice. You don't need to see me a third time, and we're really running out of, I'm really short on time today, so I just wanted to make sure that we use the time wisely. So we'll put that in there and push the red connector bit through. Now we need a short black connector, which is in one of my tubs. That's in my cup here. Oh, you can't see that tub because it's behind me. I'll tell you what, let's hide me. And then you can see all of my tubs. So that one goes in that side, and then we need a short blue connector, which I'm guessing must be in, or long blue connector even. That would be this one then. We pop that in the other side, but don't push it all the way through yet. Then we get a black L shape, and we need a special blue connector. Now, where did I put all of my special blue connectors? Here we go. That's in this tub at the back. And this is just one of those connectors that's round at the back, and it's got the cross shape at the front. So we push that in. Where do we push that in? Ah, okay. That one goes into the cross shape at the end of the L. We push it in from the back like so, and then we push it forward. Ta-da! And then we need some orange connector bits, which I believe is in this tub here. And we need a couple of black angle brackets. 1, 2. I say 1, 2. I'm sure there's a second one in here somewhere. It's hiding from me. I just heard the first thunder of the afternoon, so we'll see how well this goes. So we need to make sure that we have these set up like so. And then they go on each side of... Oh, I see. They mount on these sticky out bits. One on the blue. And one on the black. Like so. I'm just throwing Lego on the floor. I'll be back in a second. Is there anything as scary when you're building Lego as hearing little bits of plastic go ding, 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 ding across the room? So now we need another one of those blue connector bits. And we need our steering wheel. We can now actually drive our Corvette. So the steering wheel has a cross connection. So we put the blue into the back of the wheel. And that drops down on this bit here that I've mounted wrong. I've pulled a Jessica. I think you're being really unfair on yourself calling these Jessicas, so we need to find a different name for it. Let's mount that the right way again. Drop the steering wheel in. And then we should be able to mount it on the car. And I'm guessing, looking at the instructions here, that it mounts onto these two blue connectors. I don't know if you can see them. They're just coming out of the back of the engine. Like so. And we have a steering wheel. Our little Lego poppetures can now drive the car. Now we're starting to build the bonnet up. Wow, that was a big bang of thunder there. So we need the orange bit, and then we need to start building up all of the different things on it. So let's start with the long blue one at the top. Now I think this is symmetrical, so I think I can just start on either side. Push that through there. Now we need a beige connecting piece, my last beige connecting piece. We'll put that through the bottom. And now we get to cut out another sticker. I'm really not joking, by the way. That's kind of how steady my hand is today when trying to do these stickers. Fingers crossed, this is a big one. Is that a sticker at the bottom? That's not a sticker at the bottom. I very nearly sliced through that without checking, first of all, whether or not it was a sticker that we need. A little bit of concentration here. So is anybody building some awesome Lego right now? I saw Jess and Jimmy building their Mando and the baby this week. That was absolutely awesome to take part in. It's a superb stream there. That was on Tuesday evening. I can really recommend it. What's the handle, Jess? Is it Married Geeks? It's I really love those brickheads. When they first came out, it was kind of okay. Do I really want to build the brickheads? It's not my normal style of building, but I got the Mando and the baby for my birthday last year, and I enjoyed building it so much. Although, still, those pink brains freak me out. Whoever thought to put a pink brick in the middle of those brickheads? Wow, this one is getting quite difficult to do right, so I'm just going to go from this side. Oh, here comes the rain with the thunder. Now I think it's kind of a shame that you can't hear it because the pitter patter of rain sounds so cool here. And yeah, Married Geeks. Seriously, everybody give this a follow on Twitch because it's fantastic. And yeah, those brains, they just totally freak me out. Yes. But I thought you worded it so nicely. That was so polite, super cute. Oh, and the pup. Oh no, our pup recently wrecked my Lego bonsai. The only Lego building I got recently is to try and put it back together again. And so I've just recently brought the Lego bonsai tree. It's my next set. I really want to get it built, and I'm kind of trying to think: do I build it on stream next week, or do I just build it one evening and chill? And I've not decided yet. So it might come on the stream, it might not. If I do build it off stream, I'll probably still bring it on the stream and rebuild it at some point. Right, there we go. So this now needs to go with the black end to the top, to the blue. And it looks like it goes really quite close to the edge loop. I don't know if you can see that very well there. So let's get this mounted up. I am not even going to try and pronounce that. The one thing I do know, the och is and R is, I believe. I've started to learn Swedish this week. I saw an app compassed on one of my social media accounts, Duolingo, and I've just decided I'm spending 5 minutes per day learning Swedish. But I'm not quite feeling confident enough yet to actually try my pronunciation. But we'll see. I might get there eventually. It's should we ever be allowed to travel again? And should I get selected to come back to Sweden at some point in the future. I'm going to try and get to practice a little bit of Swedish there. I want to be able to do at least something. Right, let's get this one mounted down the middle. There we go. Seriously, that is such a cool technique for mounting stickers. Thank you so much, Reddit. So now we've got just a couple more things that we need to add on. We need a couple of these bits, and we need one of our 1x3 connectors here. That one goes at the bottom, and these two go at the top. Like, I've got the wrong connector here. This isn't the right one. I need a different one, so it must be in here still then. Here we go. I need these two. Thank you. Seriously, I'm going to make it a thing. At one point in a stream, I am going to say such a random sentence in Swedish that has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm building, just to see if I can do it. And yeah, I hate stickers. I'd much rather have printed bricks than stickers. But sometimes we just have them. Okay, I'm guessing I need to learn more Dutch to actually get this one. Oh. Right, let's mount this one on top. How are we doing for time here? Wow, we're 20 minutes through already. So let's mount this one at the front. This goes on this side of the car. And I'm going to guess that that comes up there at some point. But after we mount something else. Ah, I see. We need to mount this on this side to keep everything in place. This is fiddly. You know what? I think this is fiddlier than the actual stickers. Oh, just destroy it, Stacey. Why don't you? There we go. So we've got a couple more things that we need to mount inside of the engine before we bring this across. I mean, obviously that's going to come and sit up here like this. We just need to build the engine underneath first. That would be so cool, because post-COVID, I am definitely coming back to Sweden. It's been way too long since I've seen Jess, so I've got to get back to Sweden anyway for a short getaway once we can travel again. And it would be cool to meet up. It's really weird. I've been in Stockholm 3 times now, and aside from a ghost tour in the dark, I have never seen any of Stockholm. I've always been on the tube, walking down a shopping street between a hotel and a conference center, the conference center, or the hotel. It's really embarrassing. I've been there 3 times and I couldn't tell you any of the sites. Wow, crash. This is going to be interesting walking to my in-laws to say Happy Mother's Day from a distance. I think we might get a little bit wet. So now we need one of these ones, the ones that I got mixed up last time. Let me, Tunnelbana. Would that possibly, very Dutch accent now. Would that maybe be the tube? We need one of these pieces. And we need an angled orange piece, which I believe are all in here. So we stick this at the end, making sure that we line the holes up right, which I don't normally do. And then mount these at the other end. And this goes over here. Oh, okay, this matches the other side. I see what we're building. We're building up this side. So there's going to be another sticker soon. Yay! I understood something. Would I have understood it if you said it? That's a different question. Then we need to build up some angled pieces. So, oh no. Jess will understand this one. I have such nicely organized Lego, and I'm now having to go in the middle of it, and I'm messing everything up. And game, this has to happen. Absolutely, this has to happen. I'm still shocked that you're going to trust me enough with a car. And get a couple of these blue connector bits and put those through. So one on one side all the way through, one on the other side only halfway through. And this gets mounted. I'm getting a little bit lost here. Oh, I see. This gets mounted here. So it goes on the upright of the suspension onto the bit that we just fitted. And then this one has to push through to connect it to the other side. Yay! Now we do the other side. And yeah, just gets it. It's all so neatly laid out here, and I'm messing everything up. It's just 408 horsepower. What could possibly go wrong? On the bright side, it's somebody else's car. I always behave impeccably in somebody else's car compared to my own. I behave in my own car too, of course. So this one mounts halfway through the middle, and we push that all the way through. And then this one we mount on these two uprights here. There we go. What's the chances we have a sticker on the next page? We have a sticker on the next page. Oh, this is a nightmare. Well, I guess it's kind of a positive. If it goes wrong, at least go wrong for a very short amount of time. That's a positive, I guess. So one thing that I desperately want to do with my own car at some point, again, when we can go out again, is really take it to the local track, which would be Zandvoort, and see what it can do in a setting where you're actually allowed to play with it. Now, I know somebody who does this a lot with their cars, and what they suggested in order to keep it safe is to first get my racing license. Because when you do the free driving on Zandvoort, there's a special class for those people who have a racing license to get you away from all of the people that just turn up and drive and, kind of have no idea what they're doing. I've done it once before in a previous car, and it was so much fun right up till the point where you found someone who couldn't drive. And then all of a sudden it gets really dangerous really fast and stops being fun. So towards the end of this year, I may possibly invest in a racing license just so that I can take my car on a track at the right time around other racing drivers. But I think that also means passing my racing license in Dutch, which would be really interesting for the exam that you have to do. Because if I get a racing license at some point, I also need to get a racing car. And I'm not allowed to do that. That's been vetoed. So we'll trim this side off like this. Welcome to my Lego building stream where I, just put stickers on things. So we need the 4. Let's check that we've trimmed it right again. And we have. I'm trying to think of it. What sets do you have left to build, Jess, that you could take into your stream? I know you've got the Falcon, but that one's huge and takes an absolute age. Have you got any other sets that are lying around that you need to build? Let's try and line this one up. We might have just gotten a couple more. Awesome. As the saying goes, you can never have enough Lego sets. I think I've got it. By Jove, I think I've got it. Yes! There we go. So now we can mount this one on the other side. And then we can start to push. Other things through. Oh, we need another 2 bars, do we? We need 2 long bars. I love this. Swedish form of racing called folk race. Your car can be worth a maximum of €1,000, and if you win, you have to sell it if someone wants to buy it. I've seen a similar thing in the UK. And it's really to try and keep the cost down. You can't do anything ridiculous to your car because if someone wants to buy it, you have an amount of money that you actually have to sell it for. So there's no point in investing too much money. The one that I want to do in Holland, which I would really love to do, would be the Peugeot 206 GTI. Because there you're only allowed a standard car with a limited amount of modifications. And everybody has those same limited amount of modifications. So I think it's about 1,000, 1,500 for the car, 2,000 for the kit, which obviously you've then got to get fitted. But for less than 5,000, you've got a really nice racing car and a series over 3 or 4 racing tracks that you can take part in. Of course, you've also got to have somewhere to store the car, and that's kind of an issue for me. But it'd be fun to do. Right, so we need another couple of long ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. One for each bar. Check that we have the right one. Yep. These one-to-one things can be really useful sometimes. Let's fill these in here. And it goes on the first and the third from the end on both sides. And the third from the end. A lot of trash cars racing in semi-rough terrain. That would be awesome. That would be so cool to do. Must be quite good fun to spectate as well, because everybody's about the same. Okay, and then we fix this along the edge here. One on one side, one on the other side. And then we connect everything up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that makes the front end really sturdy now. And there's one in Stockholm. Okay, so after COVID, I've got a flight to Stockholm on a weekend where there's one of these races, and we can go and watch people in cheap cars go round and round in circles. This actually sounds like a lot of fun. I would be more than up for that. Awesome! We now get to build the actual engine. I have been so looking forward to this bit. So we're going to build our nice V8 engine. We need these 2 grey bits. That makes our cylinder heads. We need 8 of these brown bits. Oh, it's basically the Gloucester cheese wheel race, but with cars. Oh, you're selling this. You are absolutely selling this. Although I'm kind of hoping it's a little bit safer than the Gloucester cheese race. I've seen some of the injuries that some people get from that. It's not fun. I believe there was even a documentary about it on Netflix for one of the cheese races. So we need to put all of these through with yellow bits on the end. So I need to find my tub with yellow bits. 1, 2, 3. I feel like the count from Sesame Street here. 4, 5. Should be wearing my count brooch. 6, 7. Ha ha ha. 8. And we put it through, and then we put the cylinder head on, but only right at the end, like this, so that it can go up and down. 2, 3, 4. There we go. 1. And I see I've missed a step already, so we need to get that one changed. We're about to find out whether or not it makes it really hard if you put these on in the wrong order. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now we just need a couple of black connectors each for those. And they go in on the side of the converts. You know what? I am so looking forward to getting an electric car for the first time, probably with the next car that we buy in 4 or 5 years' time. But being a mechanic's daughter, I am going to miss spinny internal combustion engines just a little bit. So now we mount those on each side. Oh, this is so cool. So now, when we spin the back wheel, okay, this is fun. You have to spin both back wheels. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know how well that comes across on the stream. Let's try it on its side. Oh, this is not easy. We have our working 2 banks of 4. I could just spin this all day. This is awesome. What next? Next up, we're making our headlights, I believe. So we need 1 long black connecting bar. It's interesting because I have no idea where that is. Here we go. This one. And on either side of those, we need an angle bit. The last 2 angle bits of the set. There's no more left. And we mount those on each side like so. And I'm guessing that is going to mount there. I'm guessing. Could be totally wrong, of course. Then we need to put a red connector bit in each end. And then we build up 2 different headlights. So let's stick that to the side and see what we need to build up here. We need... What do we need? We need 2 thin bits. We need a black thin connector bit. From here, we need the last 2 red connector bits. You know, I'm starting to run out of connector bits, and I've still got all of this to put on the car, so I'm wondering how it's all going to be held together. And then we need the headlights themselves, which I saw when we were looking for a different bit. And here, let's build. Oh, I need 2 of those. Says she, hopefully. Of course, because when you're sorting it, why wouldn't you put the same thing in 2 different tubs? We need to make life difficult for ourselves. So we mount the red bit in the end on each one. Then we put the black over the top. And then we put the headlights over. So we end up with 2 of these. And we do the same on the other one. 15 minutes to go. Let's see where we get to. And this one is obviously the other way around because these things are... Oh, no, it's not. They're actually symmetrical. I thought it mattered which way around you put it, but it doesn't. And these have to go on the end of here, like this. That looks about right. And then this does indeed mount in the front of here, like so. In a very flexible way. And then we pull our bonnet up and put it over the front, like so. That really is such a cool way to make those engines. And again, just watching those pistons going up and down. Who came up with this? That's awesome. So step 124, what do we need to do now? We need to make a front bumper, I guess. So we get our flexible bit. We get 2 of these bits. Mount 1 on each side. Like so, making sure that we get the holes about lined up straight. And then this goes from here to the same place on the other side. Just giving us a little bit of a rounded finish to the front. Right, I want to sneak peek ahead. What are we building here? Oh, we're building the sills to the side of the car here. So we need 1 of these bits. And we need lots and lots and lots of black connectors. So 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, helps you to have it the right way around. I didn't notice that you've got different holes on this side to this side. Make sure you get it the right way around. Otherwise it gets really confusing. So we want 1 in the middle. So at that end. And then we stick the other ones on the side here. Ta-da! Mount the long grey one. This one's interesting. We still have this one on one thing at the bottom, so you can check you've got the right one. There is only 1 grey bar in the set. You couldn't get it confused with anything else. That one mounts in the middle. And then we need to check the bits that I've missed, and I've missed this one. So this one mounts across the top, going to the outside. And then we need to get an L shape. And we need to get the right type of connector here, because there's two. You've got some with crosses and you've got some with round connectors, and this one has to be the round connector. That goes in here. Honestly, it does. Like this. And then the rest of it mounts onto the edge of here. And then this, in theory, mounts underneath this drive shaft. And it mounts onto that black connector and that blue connector. Like so. And then we build the opposite side. And this is going to be interesting because I don't think I have all the pieces for this. We get yet another one of these. And this time we only have 4 of these black connectors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure we get it the right way around again. We mount 2 to the outside. And then we mount 2 to the end. 1, 2. I don't think I have one of these. And then I find it. I was literally just looking for that because I guessed I'd need a second one in a minute, and I swear it was not there. But at least it's there now. Another L shape and another black connector bit. And this obviously goes in a slightly different place this time. It goes on the other side. And then this mounts similar to the way that it did on the other side. And then we need to mount it on this side. So again, it lines up with this black connector and this blue connector, like so. And then this grey one lines up over the top. I think you can just about see it there. And we don't connect this one with one of those black connectors. We use one of the special red connectors for this. These ones. And we just push that in like so. How we're doing for time? About 10 minutes. More stickers. Let's see if we can cut these ones out right. These ones are a weird shape. So we start yet again with an L shape. And we start yet again with 3 of these black connectors. And we have 1 on one side. And we have 2 on the other. You know what? That one doesn't. This is so confusing. I'm going to bring the book up to show you. This one here. In my head, that lined up with this hole. But it doesn't. It actually goes underneath that one. You can see it better in this picture. Let's try that one again. So that gets mounted there. And that one gets mounted on the front. Now we need a yellow 3, which gets mounted on this side so that it can swivel. And yeah, absolutely. That's what I keep saying about the instructions too, Jess. Sometimes they are so frustrating. Yeah, you keep putting them one off. I do that all the time too. It's so annoying. Right, now we need to get a wing bit. Oh, these are doors. That's what we're building here. We're building doors. And I need to get the right one, so we need to check that the edge is on the right side. And for this, we need another two of these black connectors. I wonder if the doors are going to open or not. I imagine they probably will. And this goes at the bottom. And it goes one from the top, like so. And then these mount in from the back, like so. Oh, the door's going to open like this. Oh, we need to do a sticker. I almost forgot the sticker. How could I possibly do that? So we need number 8. That would be the one on this side. So let's cut this out roughly to start with. I need sharper scissors. That's just bent it completely. Now let's trim this up. I'm not going to bother doing the back edge because the back edge actually just comes down the panel. So I just want to get this front edge trimmed up so that it lines up with these angled edges on this side. And it's seriously, these scissors are useless. I'm going to have to buy a pair of scissors that I just keep for Lego and keep them really sharp. And around the corner, like so. And then this side, we can just come up straight on this side, I think. And then just finish it off by slicing across the front. So that then now matches perfectly for this side here. I'm just going to trim off this side a little bit extra. I've missed it just a little bit. That should be better. Hey, look at that. That's perfect. Now I'm going to try trimming it off from the back this time because the front has the edge which matches. So let's try not dropping it on the table because that's not going to help us at all. Let's try folding that across there. It is important that you if you're going to try this technique of actually putting a really sharp crease across the back so that it's easy to line up. Let's line this up with the front, like so, all the way up into that corner. Make sure that top edge is straight and press that down. Make sure this bottom edge is straight and press that down. And let's pull, just going to pull this all the way off. Oh, look at that. I'm going to say this repeatedly over the course of this build, but that is such a cool trick for putting on these stickers. Now we need to build a few other bits before we mount it onto the car. So we need to take one of these weird black L-shaped brackets. You are absolutely welcome. I wish I knew this before I did my lunar lander model, because I built the lunar lander and that's got gold stickers all over it, and not one of them are lined up correctly. And it drives me absolutely up the wall when I notice it, which is every time I look at it closely. And if I'd have done this, they would have been so much better. I wish I still had the link to the Reddit, because I'd love to give credit to the person that posted this video. So we put one in the top and we put one in each side of this. And that mounts inside this door on this side. And that mounts inside the door on this side. Come on, you can do it. Get in there. Like so. And then this. Oh, the door opens backwards, does it? I'm missing something. I'm missing this step. We need these two. Yeah, I've done this in the past. The only thing is, for the lunar lander, you really can't, because otherwise it's not the lunar lander. It absolutely needed to be done, but if I could actually like get the energy together, I wouldn't actually mind calling Lego up, because I've heard that if you send Lego an email and say that you've ruined your stickers, you can organize new ones sometimes. I'd love to get some stickers organized for that lunar lander and actually mount them properly. So that one goes in there, short end first. And this one mounts on the last hole. And now we bring it up to the car. And the yellow bit has to mount on this black connection here. And we have a door which kind of opens and closes. I wonder if there's going to be a second bit to this to make it a little bit easier to mount. It's a little bit loose right now. Let's have a look. If there's a bit on the next page that mounts this a little bit more securely, then we'll do it. Otherwise, looking at the time, I think we'll skip. Not that I see myself walking to my in-laws right now, because thunder and wind and everything going on outside, but I promised I'd stop at 2 o'clock today, so I need to. But it's not. So we've actually built a huge amount to this today. We've got so much done. We have the engine, the first door, the bonnet, the bumper. We've finished off the top of the wings, or I guess actually more likely the side of the bonnet. And we've mounted our steering wheel. It's starting to look really like a car. It's, I think maybe the next stream, we might be able to get this one finished. Let's find out, shall we? On that note, I'm just going to change back to my other camera here. There we go. It helps if you get it organized right. I'm out of time. It's time for me to disappear. I do want to thank you for joining me again. Thanks. It was great fun. Oh, it's my favorite cars. That's superb. It's I said that I love the original Corvettes and I love the ones that they're building now. It's I think in the 80s they kind of lost their way. They got too big and heavy and not powerful enough, but they're back to real proper cars these days. Can't wait to see what it's like when it's finished. It's the picture on the box is one thing. Can we go back to the desk cam? So this is kind of what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. But it's always better when you actually see the Lego itself. And on that note, I am going to say, enjoy the rest of your Mothering Sunday, everybody. I hope you had fun. I've had a great time this afternoon. This has been so much fun. And see you next week. Bye bye.